Welcome to Project Eden for Empyrion Galactic Survival, and if you listen to the sound effects, you will see that I'm currently stood in my hangar looking out on a hailstorm. And I think we've got to quite a key decision point in this series, because I'm not going to get the resources from this planet to really make very rapid progress. And what I did from the end of the last video is I went out and explored as much of the planet as possible. We've got this one dark area here, which you can see from the hint is quite literally full of Xerax bases. What you can also see if we go over here is that I've mined out as many of the resources as I could get. I mean, there's still a few around here, but you can see the silicon is very small. And the remaining resources, which I could probably use, are actually up here, very close to Xerax bases. So what we're going to be doing in this part is going out into space. But before that, we've got to make a couple of changes. Now, the general consensus in the comments is that it is time to move on and go to a new system. And to do that, we're going to need to make warp drives. And in order to make warp drives and make progress, I need Cobalt. And the other suggestion in the comments, I think it was Snafu who posted it and said that I need to put rocket launchers on. But that's given me a slight problem in the sense that you can see here that I've now broken the CPU usage. I think I should be able to put a CPU, what we call it, in. Let's just see. I think it's still being made at the moment. But what we going to need first is to find somewhere to put it. So what I'm going to have to do is, we've got container extensions there. Got an O2 station there. I think if I sneak out the O2 station, I might just be able to. And what we got below that? An armor locker. Maybe I won't be able to do it. That's the armor locker there. That's the O2 station. I think if I move the O2 station forward, I might just be able to get this in. It actually goes lengthways, doesn't it? It's annoying. Okay. Yeah, it goes in underneath there. Okay, so we can't do that. What have I got to the left? Let me just see. Small generator there. What have we got just there? A steel block, which I think we'll see if we can take that steel block out. So I've got a feeling it's going to be got the armor locker, a small generator there. Got a container extension there. Okay, so we're not really going to be able to get it in there, so I'm going to have to put that. This is annoying. I made this ship very compact. Actually, if I take out that block there, what will that do? That kind of just exposes that corner, so we change this a little bit. See if I can finish. See if right, you're finished. Drop that in there. Not doing very well today. Go back again. Pop the drill off. Get you in there. Put you round like that. And then on this back area here, if I take off, I don't want to take the ramp out, I want to take the steel blocks out. If I take that out, what I can do is, just to give a little bit of protection, it's going to look a bit kind of maybe if I just put you across the back like that, that actually give me a little bit more protection than I need. And what that should do now is, if I get rid of that, and that now gives me 100% protection. Of course, what I'm going to need is the CPU too, if I'm going to put a small range warp drive on here as well. Although, where I'd put the warp drive, I have absolutely no idea. We may just have to bolt it on the top temporarily while we actually warp somewhere. Anyway, let's just jump in here, turn the thrusters on, and it's time to go up into space. Actually, let me just, well, maybe just sort things out a little bit. A little bit of shade light. We got a little bit of ammunition. Oh yeah, these are the resources that I picked up. Oh, also these are the resources I picked up while I was out exploring. So I think what we'll do is we'll just grab that, put that there for extra power. All this stuff can go into the actual constructor in. If you want that. Drop some ammunition off as well. And I think what we will do is just top the fuel up so that we got the maximum amount of fuel. Now, I've got absolutely no idea what's going to be waiting for us up into space, so we might as well just go up and find out. And I'm assuming that we're going to have to go to the moon, because that's where I would assume where the Cobalt's going to be. And of course, we also got the mission, what's it called? We can also go to the Sky Guy's bar, because I certainly wouldn't mind the epic drill. That was possible. But we'll just get up into space and see what we can find. I'm assuming that's Ninguse Moon 1. So we're going to head straight for the moon. I don't want to hang around too long. We've got a few hostiles around. We've got something there. Obviously, we've got asteroids. It says iron, silicon, copper, cobalt, and promethium. The trouble is, with these here, I don't know what these actually are. I would guess that that's hostile Xerax. So we're going to head for the moon and just try and keep out of trouble. So what we'll do is I will see you once we get there. So here we are, we're just coming up on the moon, and just to show you there's no asteroids around here, but I thought before we go down, just show you what the situation on the planetary systems is. And there's actually two moons here. If we come to here, you'll see that we've got Ninguse Moon and Ninguse Moon 1. So it seems to be two moons in this system. And just to give you the overview of all this system, of course, in here we've got also the other starting planet. So we're not going to have to jump between two systems. This is actually a binary star as well. We've got the UCHN Explorer in the center, but it's possible that we might be able to go to one of these other planets. We've got Beta there, Beta 3. So if we can get a warp drive, we might be able to get around here. It's actually there's a trade station Beta there as well. Of course, we've got Omicron there as well. I think in here is Roggery. So there's quite a few planets here that we can investigate in this system and possibly get the resources that I need. But first things first, we're just going to have to go down and visit Ninguse Moon 1. Hopefully it's going to have lots and lots of very nice resources on it. Alternatively, I could just crash and burn. So here we are. We're just going to break through, well, I wouldn't say the atmosphere, because moons don't tend to have an atmosphere. And of course we've come down right over Xerax territory. We've got resources there, where are we? We've got a minigun drone, we got something over there. I think we're going to head south, just to, or north, is it? North, south, I don't know. Well, it says there's resources there. Let me just get down onto these resources. As I say, the primary kind of objective is to find some cobalt. We can get cobalt and oh, We're not flying very well. Iron, thank you. Got a large iron, but I've got the ship I can mine iron from. What I need is cobalt. What else is on this planet moon? Go here. It doesn't tell me at all. That planet info, moon info. Oh, what's that? Map. Okay, map. There we are. So we've got what, 4 iron, some silicon, got 2 cobalt, 3 magnesium, and 5 pentaxid. Now, if we could get the magnesium, we've got a small pentaxid. I certainly would like that because we're going to need that to power either shields or the generators. And mining it is a lot quicker than actually having to. Not yet. In here, we'll just hook this up, and of course we'll grab the. Oops. Just put the blocks there. Grab the drill. Certainly want the pentaxid. I've got a feeling that will probably be all of it. Yep, so we got all that now. There's something over here which could be a crashed ship. I certainly know that. How much do we get in the way of pentaxid? We've got 157 pentaxid. I mean, but you can see we've nearly filled up everything, but we'll get rid of we'll trash the. Yeah, I mean, this is the problem with things like pentaxid. It can be a little bit heavy. So what we're going to have to do now is just look exclusively for cobalt. So this might need a couple of trips, but if I can get some cobalt, what I might be able to do is, what's that there? No, is actually put together a very simple CV, which with a lot more carry capacity. I think that might work. Crash Sentinel rear. So we've got a crash ship here. Yeah, this is looking pretty good from the perspective of getting the resources to put together a basic CV and then coming around here and exploring the rest of the system. And what that will do is allow me to explore the rest of this system, and we should be looking pretty good. Wait for the scanner to recharge. Cobalt, please. Silicon there. I don't really want to haul silicon out of here. What I want is, we got Crash Sentinel rear, we got a lot of resources here. Cobalt, please. Cobalt, cobalt, come on. We'll head for this big cluster here first, and then we'll see how it goes. Right, apologies, we're getting into the dark, which means we won't be able to see anything. In fact, I can't see anything at all. Another pentaxid deposit. Come on, game. Play fair. Where are we? Yeah, I've kind of come back this way. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up in, I think it's that direction towards the north. See if we can get out of the darkness. And then we'll kind of follow the light all the way round so we can actually see what we're doing. So there's quite a lot of resources here. Maybe we'll just scoot in around here. I think it's a little bit weird, really, considering the fact that back on the home planet, every resource is defended. This structure does not look like anything we've seen before. Let's turn the light on. What is this? Okay. Those who plan to ascend, listen to our warning. Listen to your pro-generators. I don't think there's anything else here. I think this is just a part of the main story, but we'll take a look. Okay, that was spooky. I don't think there's anything else underneath this. Another unsolved riddle. Yes, thank you, game. So let me just zoom out, zip out here. Where are we? Yeah, well, there's something up that way. We're gonna just kind of zip across here, and but I think the rotation is. We found a crash transport. I know I could go in and loot these, but I don't really want to fill up my space with other loot until I've got Cobalt. Cobalt is everything at the moment. I mean, I'm quite happy to come all the way back. There we are. Small Cobalt deposit. That is exactly what I want. And I'm quite happy just to fill the entire ship up with this and then make a run back home. Because Cobalt is what's really holding me back. We'll just get down here, try and grab this. We've got the link still enabled. Yep, get rid of that. Oh, this is what I want. Yeah, I'll fill up the inventory. We can trash the stone. Got that little bit of cobalt there. We'll just try and mine a little bit more. Because the more I can take with me, the better. Cannot inventory full. Okay. So what we're going to do is and trash that. Probably shouldn't have bought so many missiles with me. What we're going to have to do is fill the personal inventory up as well. Okay, inventory full. And trash. I would have thought there'd be some cobalt here laying around on the ground. Got 14 out of 20. Crushed stone. Crushed stone, okay. Now tell me ship that you will get off the ground. So altogether we've got 337 cobalt. That is going to open the doorways. Next mission is, I think what we will do is, I mean, we've nearly gone all the way around anyway, so I think we're just going to turn east, and I just want to find out what else is on this moon that we can pick up. So we're going to just spend a little bit more time seeing what we got, see what the resistance to, in the form of the Xerax is. We'll just keep going this way. You're going the wrong way. Well, I suppose if we go that way, we're just going to run into the daylight anyway. Let me just see. So we found one pentaxid. And we're just gonna go this way. And there's another question mark over here. Of course, I can't use night vision because I haven't found any night vision goggles yet. Which again is a little bit of a pain in the neck. Pentaxid. Obviously this place, they feel the need to defend this. I don't have the maneuverability really to take on the 125. I'm going to resist the temptation. It's 400 meters. What we're going to do is just scoot past this guy. There's no point wasting ammunition trying to take him on. Can't actually do anything. I found an iron deposit. We'll just keep going for over here. With a bit of luck, we'll be back in daylight fairly soon as well. And some resources over there. Well, obviously this is the bit that's well defended. I don't have the maneuverability to be able to get back up over into space. You can see how slow I'm ascending because my ship is just so overloaded. We finally got up into space. That took a very long time. And what we're going to do is get up to... You can see how much my speed is reduced now because of the overload. And what I'm going to do is make my way back towards Ninguse. Again, it's going to take a little while to get there to do the 16 kilometers. So I'll see you once we get there. Welcome back. We are just approaching Ninguse, and what I'm trying to do at the moment is fly over the pole, because I've got a feeling the moment we enter the atmosphere, we are going to probably crash because the ship is overloaded and doesn't have enough thrusters to take off. So what I'm trying to do is get as close to my base as possible. I mean, I've got a portable constructor, so if I can get close to my base, what I can do is unload some of the stuff into the portable constructor and get things done. I think what we'll do is just go in here and we're going to start going down through the atmosphere, and hopefully I will be able to come down right over my base. If I don't, I could be in trouble. So here we go. I mean, we haven't quite entered the atmosphere yet. Just keep heading for a base here. If I can get to, I think new base is the one I want. So we're just going to kind of break through the atmosphere. Yeah, it says 3.553 kilometers. I'm a little bit nervous about this. Right, we're going through the atmosphere now. The debris field. I'm a little bit away from the base than I was. Wow, we got to get up there. Okay. The ship is just so sluggish. If I try and stay high, we might just get away with this. I'm kind of, you can see where I am slowly losing height, but I'm hoping that if I can fly across the top here, we may get near enough to the base to get done. So the problem we're going to have is if we run into any drones, because I can't really fight them because I'm not maneuverable enough, because if I crash to the ground then that's going to be it. But I think if I can get in here, of course with my luck I'll probably end up encountering the patrol ship or something like that. So we're just going to try and fly over the surface here. I think as long as I keep moving I'll be okay. I think if I try to hover then we will drop, because the ship's got wings. We got a certain amount of aerodynamics that are working in our favor as well. Got very small iron deposit, small iron deposit. There's the wreckage there, so I might be able to just literally just fly into the base. In theory. I can see the entrance. The entrance can be a little bit misleading. Oh, made it. Turn the thrusters off. What's the first thing we're going to need to do is unload. We can put it straight into the constructor. So it's a nice big pile of got that in as well. We got 337 cobalt, and more importantly we've got 171 raw pentaxid. Check the base power. Okay, just get into here. Of course we're going to need a little bit of food. Player, shade light. I kind of think that oops, don't want that. I want base. We're going to unload the general stores as well. Gonna drop the bike as well, just to see if we can get some more in there. Got a pulse rifle. General stores. I want to top my base power fuel up as well. Put a little bit more in there. We can't afford to let the base run out of power. And of course we're grab a food as well while we're at it. We can maybe possibly make something. It's still growing on you. Yep. Just shove that into the fridge. Oops. We make any more foods here? Well, we can make. Got some steaks. We got some hams because we got one spice, one natural sweetener. We can do that. And I suppose we've got some cereal here, grain and milk, which we can make milk from purified water and plant protein, which we can get from vegetable, though we don't have that much in the way of vegetables. Okay. Silver shade fridge. Oh, we still got some steaks and other bits and pieces here, and we got a hamburger because we've got emergency rations. So let me just take stock of what we got. Now, if I go to the constructor in, and then we go here, let me just now I unlock the oops, but I unlock the fuel tank and exit tank and the short range warp drive here. Capital vessel wise, let's just have a look. We're going to need to make the pentaxid tank. We're going to need an advanced constructor. Yeah, so we're going to have to make an advanced constructor. Make an advanced constructor. I can find it. And we can unlock that. We can make an advanced. No, let's just take stock of where we are. So we can make an advanced constructor. I can make. See, with the short range warp drives, we need the cobalt alloy. Make that. But my instinct is make the advanced constructor because we need 50 cobalt alloy for that. Make an advanced. Oops, not cancel. I want to. You can see here. So we've got to make the cobalt ingots. And here's a question for you. You guys can recommend a very low tech CV that will with possibly with a warp drive in it in the workshop, because that's what we're going to need to do. If I just go over here, I mean, we could get some thrusters from here, which should get us off the ground. We can transfer the cannons from the base, so effectively we can kind of take the base apart. We've got what else have we got? We got the oxygen capability here as well. We've got a great big pile of blocks to build things with, doors and various other bits and pieces. We've got I think it's going to have to be a CV, although what we're going to have to do is try and build it close to the base so we got protections. But I've also got a feeling that I'm going to need to make a run out again into space to get some more resources. We'll just go here as well. We'll just get back into the base here. So I certainly would like more cobalt. Give me more options to build things. Actually, no, we're back. Just get back inside the base because we can move we can make some steel grow plots as well. I don't think we can translate the wooden grow plots into the CV. Got the storage. We've got the medical base. Out. This is obviously still building. It's a long time to build these things sometimes. Let me just see. But we're gonna have to get got a bit of copper. I think silicon is the issue. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to make a run out to a again to get some more resources. But we need more storage capacity as well. We got a little bit of neodymium, a little bit of estrum, zirconium, not great, but the cobalt is going to make a difference. Well, got it. This base looks big until you try to place a what we call it, an advanced constructor, and it starts looking it's a lot smaller. Right, so we got the advanced constructor here. We're connect you to constructor in and constructor out. Turn the power off because we don't need you just at the moment. That opens up the door to making a warp drive. Let's just have a look at this. Wow, we got an antimatter warp drive here. Well, that'd be cool. Yeah, but I don't think we can do that. See this is the short range warp drive for the SV, but that needs 50 cobalt alloy. Let me just take a look at what we're going to need for here. Okay, let's do the unlock. We got the resources. We need the gravity generator, pentaxtic tank, warp drive. We're going to need, we might as well get the container ammo, container controller, container extension. Anything else do we need here? Certainly going to need the warp drive and the detector. Repair station would be nice to have. We're going to need landing gear. Armored doors, it's going to be a bit of a luxury. Projectile turrets we're going to need as well. Pick up rope, plant light. Cockpit, TV, O2 station, although we can get an O2 station from there. Now we can get fuel tanks from the wreckage, but I think I'm still going to unlock them so that I remember. And we probably would need some large generators as well. Again, I don't know. We can get the medium thrusters. CPU extender. Possible, I might need that. I think we'll just unlock that as well. It gives me an idea of what I need there. We've got medical stations which we can transfer as well, so I don't need to unlock that just yet. I mean, the shield generator would be really brilliant, but I doubt very much if we're going to be able to get a shield generator. Hydroponics bay, empty hydroponics bay for planting specialized crops. Add sprouts in an advanced constructor. And then place it on top of a single growing plot. Requires a single grow lamp placed directly above. Does not protect crops from environmental hazards. Okay. Obviously we got some advanced stuff in here that we can use. Large auxiliary CPU. Wow. That'd be brilliant. In my dreams, in my dreams. Of course we got some really nice heavy weapons down here as well we could put on there, but that would be if we ever manage to get far enough away and get access to resources. But I'd like the rocket launchers as well. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to leave it. What I will do off camera is pay another visit to the moon to see if I can get some more resources to help with building the CV. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.